Hello again, and welcome to week 2. This week's a little bit shorter, so let me show you my screen and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Things to focus on this week: solve absolute value inequalities of both types. So what I mean by there is solve inequalities that are less than or equal to, or strictly less than, or greater than or equal to, or strictly greater than. So for example, absolute value of x plus 4 less than 7 versus absolute value of x plus 4 greater than 7. The way you solve these is different, and that's explained in video number 4, which is a great video. He does an example of each. Section 1.7 is inverse functions. The video 1 is just a general introduction to what is an inverse function, the graphs of inverse functions. And then video number 3 is how to find the inverse of a rational function. So for example, if f of x, remember a rational function is a quotient of polynomials, x plus 2 over x minus 1, he will show you how to find f inverse of x. And the notation is a little minus sign up there. Now, the big section here is section 2.2, and it's all about lines. And this is super important. So you're going to have a lot of formulas to memorize for the whole semester. If you haven't already memorized them, you learned all of these in algebra, but we're going to go over them again. 1, the slope formula. Rise over run. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Then you need to know how to find the equation of a vertical line versus a horizontal line. In the slope formula, if x1 is equal to x2, then you have 0 in the denominator. The slope is undefined, so you have a vertical line. If y1 equals y2, then the numerator is 0. You have a horizontal line with slope 0. You will learn about or relearn parallel and perpendicular lines. Parallel lines have equal slope, m1 equals m2. Perpendicular lines have slopes that are negative the reciprocal. m2 is negative 1 over m1. And then here are the equations that you absolutely have to know. The slope-intercept form of the equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. Point slope, y minus y naught is m times x minus x naught. You really don't need parentheses around the y minus y naught on this side. And here, m again is the slope, and x naught, y naught is any point on the line. And typically we'll use this form to get to the slope-intercept form. If you solve point slope for y, you get slope-intercept. Horizontal lines have equation y equal. And in this case, if it goes through AB, it will be y equal b. And vertical lines have equations that look like x equal. And if it goes through AB, it will be x equal a. So those formulas are super important. You should memorize those. So that's it for week 2. Have a great week.